Okay, hi. This is odd. I am making these videos before Moodle is even showing the class solely because I'm in a time crunch. And presumably, if you're in this class, you've already met me because pretty sure you were in my previous class. But if you haven't met me, hi, I'm Linda. Um, I'm trying to get enough stuff made quickly enough in order to prepare you for the term. And so this is one of those things. I will not be in class for the first few weeks because of having surgery on my foot. And I will have to technically be cleared from the doctor in order to come back. So I'm trying to prepare everything ahead of time. I've already gotten the syllabus ready for the course. I've been going over the textbook. I have started planning out the lectures, and I will be making lecture videos for the first few weeks. I'm probably going to try to prep a little bit ahead just in case I don't get to come back in as quickly as I would hope. But this is basically a welcome. This is nutrition course, cover a couple of basics, but mostly we're going to go over the syllabus. And I am fidgeting and I've already dropped something, so pardon. All right, see, it's exactly like in class. All righty, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go over the syllabus together because that's normally what you do the first day anyway. So that's what we're doing. Here is your syllabus. Notice it is the nutrition course, Nutrition 110, quarter 4 at Georgia Military College. Our classes are set to be Monday and Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:15 p.m. We're supposed to be in classroom 5. Whether you currently are in classroom 5 or not, I don't know. But that's what's supposed to be our classroom because that is the classroom that I prefer. And Director Anderson was nice enough to let me have that classroom. So yay. Office hours. Well, when I'm on campus, it would be before class. So I will have time. I'll be there early on the days that I can be there, and then you can meet with me before class. While I'm not able to come, just let me know. If you really need to talk to me about something, email me and I will respond. We can set up a Zoom session and we can be face to face through Zoom and we can cover anything you need. Let's see. I've already told you I'm Linda Bernhardt. Hi, still me. And just letting you know some of the stuff here. I normally don't bother reading a bunch of this because one, you're literate, it's college, you can read it. Basic gist though is the course description is about nutrition, go figure. You have these various learning objectives that we are going to try to cover throughout the entire term. I'm pretty darn sure we're going to do all of it. Course content. Yep, we're covering it. Nutrition is something that I find very interesting, and it is the basis of my most recent master's. So, of course, I'm going to be rather passionate about this. And since you've probably already met me, you know I'm pretty much if you say this is your textbook, by God, I'm going to finish that sucker. So I've got your whole term plan to finish this entire textbook. Which brings me to course materials. This is the textbook. I have already contacted the gentleman at GMC in charge of making sure you get the textbook you need. And we have agreed this is the book. So all should be good. We have your disability accommodations. So if you have special accommodation needs, make sure to contact Director Anderson and do what you need to do. Now, the part you're probably wanting to know, this is your grade. This is how it's being done. As you are aware, what we have to do is this whole weighted average thing. And so that's what we're doing. So the way I've got this figured is 50% of your grade is going to be your exams. 10% are the quizzes because I do plan to give you weekly quizzes. Once Moodle's open and I can set it up, I'll be able to better say that. But my plan is weekly quizzes to help keep you up to date on everything. You will have an in-class assignment because what Director Anderson and I had discussed was possibly having it where for the days that I can't be there, you still come to class. We do the big projector thing or the TV monitor or whatever. And for attendance, there's going to be something for you to actually do in class. So that will be 10% of your grade. The days that I'm there, we'll still do something, why not? It's fun. But notice the last thing, 30%. It's a diary/paper. This one I think is going to be the most interesting. This is something I'm going to have you working on through the entire term. There will be a separate video on just this. And I plan to have little checkpoints throughout the term, keeping you up because I've got a thing planned in my head that I'm really wanting to try. I wish we had labs for this. But I don't think it has labs because it doesn't seem long enough to contain labs. But I worked my way around it with this semester long or term long project. So yay, it'll be fun. Anyway, the rest of this you've seen before. Big thing, your attendance. If you have too many unexcused absences, which is however many times we meet for class. So we meet 2 days a week, which means you cannot miss more than 2 days as an unexcused. So if you're going to miss a day, make sure to contact me ahead of time and we can work stuff out. But notice I say ahead of time. The rest of this is the usual. You're supposed to be on time. I don't do makeup exams. I don't do makeup assignments. If you miss it, you miss it. I do not accept late work. That's what I've always done. Everything I assign you is open for a period of time. It's not my fault if you don't actually get to it until it's too late. So blah, 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 same old, same old. We got the online library. Feel free to use it. Ethics. This is the big one. I will neither lie, cheat, steal, nor tolerate those who do. That is a really good honor code, with the exception of neither means there's two, and then it lists three. So that's just a little grammatical pet peeve of mine, but it's still really good because you should not lie, cheat, or steal, and you should not tolerate those who do. So there you go. This is something I added in. This is still technically a science class. I know it's nutrition, but nutrition falls under the science category in the real world, not just academics. And when you are writing scientifically, you're not supposed to do a bunch of quotes. You are supposed to have it your own words, but you still cite where you got the information from. And I will talk more about this when we get to finishing up your term-long project. Don't plagiarize, just don't do it. Same old rules. You already know this. The big one that I have a bad habit of forgetting to remind people is no hats. You're not supposed to have anything covering your head. So, this is reminding you, don't wait till the last minute. Go ahead and read ahead of time, because it is not physically possible for me to tell you everything that's in that textbook in the amount of time we have. That is what the teacher's job is to facilitate learning. So we help you with it. I give you some topics, I guide you, I answer questions. But in reality, it's supposed to be, I tell you this is what you need to cover, and you read it, then you come to the class after having read it. So then when I'm covering stuff, you already have a basic understanding, and then I'm just helping fill in the blanks. That's literally how the class is supposed to work. But a lot of times people don't look at anything until after, which is kind of backwards. So I'm going to get to that in a second. Definitely best thing for you to do is to read ahead. Academic appeal, success, we already know all of these things. Feel free to read it. The syllabus will be posted on Moodle, and it will be titled syllabus, and it will probably have something that says you want to read this. So all of this you can totally read. Now I'm getting to this one. The way I do everything is they will all lock at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Sunday night. So everything will open midnight Sunday morning. And that means like Saturday night to Sunday morning. As soon as it turns to Sunday morning, bam, the next week will open. The following Sunday, when it rolls around, the next week will open. The current week will still be open. And then it locks at 10 p.m., not 11:59, 10 p.m. So just know every assignment with the exception of like, if we do an online test, I'm not going to leave that open for a week, but that will be open for a couple of days and it will have a time limit. But all your other assignments are going to be open for a full week. That means you have no excuse to not get it done. So just don't push it off. This is how the whole thing runs. We've got the week and what we're doing. So I have the dates here. Please note week 1, 2, and 3, it says no in-seat class. I'm having surgery week 1, which is why the no seat class. Then I am on bed rest, not allowed to leave my room. I am not allowed out of my bed unless I'm going to the restroom for 2 solid weeks, which will be the rest of week 1, all of week 2, and partway into spring break. Then I have to have yet another follow-up to make sure all's good and I can get the official word that I'm allowed to return. So week 3, I have listed as no in-seat class. I'm hoping that that will change, but I'm having it ready as a no in-seat class just in case, because I would rather have everyone plan this way and then I'm pleasantly surprised and I can go back. Yeah, so anyway, there are 15 chapters in your textbook. So I decided to break it up 5 chapters per exam. That seems like a nice even break. So we will have exam 1, 2, 3, and then the final exam on the last week. Notice you're going to cover 5 chapters in the first 2 weeks, and then you're going to have an exam. I get that that's going to be kind of fast, but I kind of prefer starting, so then the end is a little less stressful. So I plan to have some lecture videos for each of these, and I would recommend going over them and start reading as soon as you can, because the sooner you read, the sooner you can start comprehending. Exam 1 will open towards the end of week 2, and it will be open for, I normally have them from Thursday through Sunday. I didn't want to push this off because I fear making your first test be the week after spring break sets you up to fail. And so I would rather knock it out before spring break, so then over spring break, you have literally nothing to do for this class, other than maybe still keep tracking stuff for the diary that I'm talking about. But there you go. Anyway, this should help you plan. Go ahead and start reading, figuring it out. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire syllabus. That's how this course is going to be run. Lecture, quizzes, a term-long assignment, and exams. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I think that's going to end this welcome/syllabus video. And I'm going to do the one for medical terminology. So for those of you who have me for both, you see me twice and you're going to hear very similar stuff. Next, I will be working on making the lecture video so we can be ready. And I want to say now, in case I forget later, once the term starts and you have started looking at what I have online and whatnot, if something hits you that you say, hey, this would be really helpful, send me a message, email me. I am a little stressed at starting the term and me not being able to be physically in there and talking to you like we normally do. So I want to make sure I'm not dropping anything, that you're not missing out. I want you to have as full an experience as physically possible. So please do not hesitate to contact me. All right, I guess that's it. Peace.